First, though, we're following breaking news in just the last 30 minutes on coronavirus. Amazon confirming tonight that an employee at its Seattle headquarters has tested positive for the virus. I'm Joyce Taylor.
I'm Greg Copeland. Let's get straight to King 5's Ted Land. He's live at the specific building where that employee worked. Ted?
Hi guys, this is a big office building right here in South Lake Union where hundreds of Amazon workers have offices. Here's what we've learned just within the last hour. This worker came to this office building last Tuesday. Amazon says the worker was not feeling well and they went home from work sick. They have not been back to the office since. Today, Amazon says it learned that employee tested positive for coronavirus. So they made that announcement this evening, and today and in the coming days, Amazon is tracking down all of the workers who came in within close contact with this person. So 6.5 feet or less. They want to talk to those people and make sure they're self-monitoring and taking further steps for their own health. They say anyone who was not in close contact with this worker is at low risk of transmitting coronavirus. So again, a worker here at the Brazil building on Amazon South Lake Union campus testing positive for coronavirus. We'll have more on this on King 5 News at 9, 10, and 11. For now in South Lake Union, Ted Land, King 5 News.
Ted, thank you. Also tonight, word that the firefighter stair climb and the big climb Seattle will be postponed. The Leukemia and Lymphoma Society says it's making this decision out of an abundance of caution, prioritizing the safety of staff, volunteers, and the public. In a statement, an LLS spokesperson told us that first responders need to be able to do their jobs without distraction. The events were scheduled for the 8th and 22nd of March. No word yet on when these events, major fundraisers, are going to be rescheduled.
All right, so let's get you the latest facts on the virus itself. Today, the State Department of Health reported the 9th death from that virus. A total of 27 people have tested positive in King and Snohomish counties. A handful of people are also being monitored all throughout the state as a precaution. And as we get more resources to test more people, the number of cases will likely begin to spike. The Department of Health says the risk of exposure is increasing. Symptoms, of course, include cough, fever, respiratory problems, but this is important. Most people will have just mild symptoms. You can help contain it by doing simple things like washing your hands.
So many of the confirmed patients are elderly residents of the Life Care Center in Kirkland. The outbreak is now tied to North Carolina's first confirmed case. Someone there visited the Kirkland facility before contracting the virus. Coronavirus is most concerning for the elderly and those with underlying chronic health conditions. So what is our state doing? The top health official says that he needs $100 million to handle this virus.
Half would go to public health agencies to help with the investigation into the disease, increase testing, and also help with the response. The other $50 million would help other state agencies deal with the virus, like the Department of Social and Health Services. That's an agency that could play a key role if people have to be placed in quarantine centers. King 5's Drew Mickelson is live at one of those potential isolation locations in Thurston County tonight. Drew.
That funding could mean more testing and improvements to the state's hotline, which, as you're about to see, could use some improving. The state's health secretary says paying for those improvements and facilities to potentially quarantine patients is going to take some extra state funding.
We've rented RVs that I don't have money to particularly rent RVs for, but we did it because we needed a place to either quarantine people or have them in isolation.
Today it was the House, yesterday the Senate. But Health Secretary John Weissman's message was the same. The state needs $100 million for coronavirus. And late today, it passed out of the House unanimously.
One of the things we don't want to have happen is have a virus spreading with our public health agencies and our emergency management agencies having to restrict what they're doing to intervene because they don't have the money to do it.
Where would the funding go? To set up more potential quarantine locations, like Maple Lane School, the former juvenile detention center in Thurston County. Money would also go to social and health services to free up hospital bed space.
Every day in Washington's hospitals, we have about 400 some patients who are just waiting to be discharged.
Hospitals can't discharge patients if they're homeless. And it's not just a problem in the cities. At the more rural Providence Centralia Hospital, 1/3 of their beds can be taken up with patients who have nowhere else to live. The state would house those former patients providing hospital bed space for coronavirus patients.
Questions or concerns regarding the novel coronavirus?
And help may be on the way to expand the state's coronavirus hotline.
Please press pound now. Otherwise, please hold for our...
We tried getting through and gave up after all 5 of our calls got disconnected.
Funding's going to be for whatever we need to do, and if it's increasing the capacity of our hotline, absolutely.
If approved, as expected, these funds would come from the state's emergency savings account, the so-called rainy day fund, and tapping into it is rare in Olympia. In Thurston County, Drew Mickelson, King 5 News.
Also new at 6:30, the Department of Homeland Security shut down the Tukwila Citizenship and Immigration Services office. In a tweet, Acting Deputy Secretary Ken Cuccinelli said that an employee had exhibited flu-like symptoms after visiting the Kirkland Life Care Center. They shut down the office out of an abundance of caution.
Coronavirus in Washington starting to impact politics, too. This afternoon, the Washington State Democrats rescheduled an awards dinner planned for this Saturday until later this spring.
They're heeding the governor's call to just reconsider large public gatherings. Meanwhile, today, Seattle declared a civil emergency over the virus. The state and King County have also proclaimed emergencies, and that is to free up money and resources to help fight the spread.